Crafty friends, you're in for a treat. We're going to do another beautiful butterflies card tutorial. This time, we're going to just be focused on die cutting some cute little butterfly shapes and cutting out the middle using some Wink of Stella, that's a little bit of glitter, to put over those, a piece of bedazzling paper, and a nice die cut for the happy birthday. It's a simple card for a simple day. And I will tell you what I've been up to in just a few minutes. I'm excited to share that information with you. But right now, I am in my she shed back in Georgia, and it's snowing. Well, it's not snowing right now, but it snowed. And you would think, it would be easy just to sort of shovel the snow. Oh, no. It turns into ice here. We're not used to it at all. This is a beautiful Bokeh paper, and I'm looking for the piece I used earlier. So anyway, it doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. You can't really shovel it. Turns into ice. You can't really drive. And like in Georgia, where I'm at, southern Georgia, kind of close to Florida, we just everything shuts down when we don't have, we don't have like snow plows and things that we can do about it. Is that an extra piece? I might have to adjust my measurements a little bit. This is the only piece I have left. But that's okay. So I may just do a little smidgen if I can't get this to be 4 inches. All right, so the first thing you want to do is get a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4. But since I don't really have 4 by 5 1/4, we're going to improvise. And it's not that I don't have any more of this paper. I have a lot more of this paper. However, okay, so we're not going to do that. We're going to do, instead of 4 by 5 1/4, we'll do 3.5 by 4 3/4, and I'll just make a little border around it. And then I think you're going to like this one better anyway, because this one's going to have like an extra colored border on it. Yep, but I still wanted to use this color because it's like really cool. Now, I have other paper, but I'm using it for, it's already like, this is how out of it I was. I put it in the bag backwards. But anyway, it's in my Designer Series paper share. That's what I did with the last of those. Got a new shipment in. Anyway, those of you that stick around till the end of this video are going to get a little treat because I have some new products I still haven't unboxed yet. I did a very last minute trip, and now I'm going to get to finally unbox my paper. All right, I'm thinking this one might contrast really well. This sort of Daffodil Delight piece. So Executive Decision, that's the one I'm going to use. So this card is just going to be slightly different than the one I have as an example. Okay, so is my she shed freezing? Yes, and that's why I haven't been able to work in there. I couldn't even bear to work in here the last couple of nights. In fact, I'm gonna go in after this and watch soap operas or something. And because I've been heating it up for 2 hours now with the heater that my friend Betty gave me. All right, this is gonna be nice. I think I'm gonna like this better. And so it's okay right now. And some of my friends, one in Florida and one in Georgia, different counties than me, not my county, they were without power from the snowstorm. And one of them had a generator, the other one had family that, nearby, but no power whatsoever. When the one with the generator couldn't turn on the actual heat when they were done. I'm just using glue for this. I do have somewhere Seal Plus I just put back in my drawer, so we might use that. I traveled with my Seal Plus. I traveled with my glue too. I just haven't put everything back away yet. So this is like my backup glue that my friend Amy gave me. So I'm going to try to pull out my Stampin' Up stuff here. Let's see if I put it back. Yes. This may or may not work. See what that is for the back of the card. All right. I'm actually liking that a little bit better. And I'm going to go ahead and put that onto the card. The card is, well, I'm not going to put on yet. I'm going to put the bedazzle. I'm going to do a horizontal card. Still an A2 card. Card is 5.5 by 4, but when I go over the measurements, I'm going to explain all that. And right now, I want to put a piece of gold. There's this paper we had, and if you guys didn't get it, it was, I don't even know if we have it anymore, but it was on clearance. I gave it to everybody who ordered this workshop kit for me. My workshop kits are pretty epic. The next workshop series will be during the months of March and April, and it's going to be using the ocean, Friends of the Ocean. We're going to do an inch for this one. So anyway, this workshop is over. The only kits I've left, I reserved for those who purchase my annual card club subscription, because they get a free workshop kit. And I like to have a couple workshop kits like all ready to go. And I give it to people who join my Card on Blue Card Club. They get a lot of perks. Okay, so it's an inch of this bedazzle paper. Bedazzling, something like that. But it's really, really cute. And I'm just putting an inch there to like shine up the card like that. Again, I will give you the measurements when I write it down. Let's go ahead and try to use my Seal Plus on this one. Oh, good. There's something in there. Yep. I spoke too soon because I was using it when I was traveling. Okay, I think I just ran out. Yep. All right. Although I have a refill, we don't stop for nothing. The show must go on. Well, we do stop sometimes, but I'm saying we don't need to stop for something so trivial. We're just going to use a different kind of adhesive. So far, you've seen me use lots of adhesives. I have used some glue. I've used some Seal Plus, and now I'm using some what's called tear and tape. This stuff is great too. Love to travel with that. All right, so now I'm just snipping off the edge. So when I do my pieces across my cards, I tend to just, okay, good. It's pretty straight. I tend to just cut a little extra piece on it, and then I cut off the edge. That way it always stays, I want to say, kind of straight. It helps me keep things straight. So anyway, we've been running the water at night here because we don't want anything to freeze. Again, we're not used to this. We don't have insulated pipes. We don't have, all that stuff. In fact, I only remember it snowing. I lived in Atlanta a while back. And I'd say like over 20 years ago. And it snowed in Atlanta. I do remember that. But here where I live now, I only remember once. And it wasn't even this bad. I do remember it snowed, but not this bad. And this is going on all across the South, so I'm sure you're seeing it on social media. People are talking about it. I have to be really careful walking because I tried to shovel the snow because, I grew up, that's how I made money. I used to shovel snow. Up in Pennsylvania, I used to that was one of the things I did. I've used to walk dogs, babysit, shovel snow, all these things. So I was ready to get out the shovel. I didn't have a shovel though, so I grabbed a dustpan and I was ready to shovel the snow. And it was it didn't work because it was solid, like ice. It didn't shovel. All right, we're gonna do what we're gonna do next before I do the measurements part. Is gonna be the stamping part. We're gonna do the happy birthday stamp. I've already mounted this. You want to mount it? Oh, I do have to clean it a little. You want to mount it onto a long block, and then I was just doing different colors, I was using Pretty Peacock and I'll show you, I have a bingo using this Beautiful Butterflies, which is going on next Friday night. So I'm finishing up the third card for that. I'll show you all 3 cards for that. The other card we made in this series, other examples of what you can make with this. So anywho, now I'm going to use, what you want to use is you're going to use the Berry Burst for this happy birthday, and we're going to use Balmy Blue for the edge. So just go ahead and get that going. Oh, that came out nice. Yay. All right, that's good. And now we need Balmy Blue. That's a nice coordinating color. It's the same color as the card base. And we're just going to put we got a Balmy Blue mini blending brush. Stampin' Up! Sells 2 kinds of blending brushes. If I had loads and loads of time, I would give you a whole list of every product I'm using in every video. But I spend so much time crafting and less time doing logistics. So hopefully you can, rewind it back and see some of the things I'm using. Now these dies are pretty awesome. They are from these particular dies, and the shorter one, let me show you the shorter one, are the Beautiful Butterflies dies that go with the Beautiful Butterflies. If you missed that, check out my whole series. Here, let's ink up the edges of those. I mean, check out the first video in this series where I opened up a kit, showed you which supplies you were going to get, and all that, and I showed you the dies. So all I'm doing right now is taking the Balmy Blue, dipping onto the stamping block, taking a little bit, blobbing it off onto the mat. This is a glass mat. And I'm just sort of inking up the edges. And that gives you like a nice contrast, see? A contrast for when you're stamping. All right, tap, tap, tap. And I'm just doing a few of them because it's nice to have extra birthday cards. And it's nice when you're stamping to make a couple extra in case you mess up or whatever. We try not to mess up, but it happens. You reduce your chances of messing up stamps when you use a silicone mat, which I know I have handy. Again, I just took all this stuff when I was traveling, and I was actually crafting in the car, but it was freezing cold, so I kind of couldn't craft in the car. But I tried to craft in the car. The most I kind of got done was just sort of cutting some paper. Like, that was it. I didn't really get much. I couldn't do any stamping, obviously. I couldn't do anything like this in a moving car. But I was able to cut some paper. And I, had to mail some swaps for my team swap. So I made it like 31 cards. Yep, it was kind of crazy. I had to finish those up. All right, so we're going to do Tap, 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 Happy Birthday with Berry Burst. Oh, yeah. That came out nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And we'll do an extra one. And then we'll just save this one for another sentiment that's shorter. We have other sentiments. Let's see what else we have. We have like, here, so thankful for you. Fits on the smaller one. All right, we've done all our stamping. We still have to use Wink Estella, which is a little blending, a little glitter brush. And now, let me put this away. I'm going to do the die cutting, and I'm going to tell you where I was. All right, so I'm excited to share this very last minute news with you. So my brother, who lives near the Washington, D.C. area, told my sister and I have tickets to the inauguration if you guys want to go. And it's very cold, so he wasn't taking his children. You know his children because they've been on my videos before. All of them have been on my videos. And he said, we're going to stay home and watch the Eagles for like the rally time. And during the inauguration, it's just a little too cold to take them all out for such long periods of time. And he said to my sister and I, my other sister, Debbie, her name is, if you want to come up to the inauguration, I have tickets. So we last minute jumped in a car, drove. Like, my sister had to come from Florida. So, we're talking like 1,000 miles. Well, more than that round trip, of course, but several hundred miles. I drove a few hundred of those miles. She did most of the driving. We drove up there. We stayed. We conquered. We made it after several hours one night, unsuccessfully not making it into the rally. The next day, we made it into the inauguration and to the inaugural parade, getting to see all kinds of speakers and then President Trump and the entire inaugural parade. It was such a great honor to be there. It was so cold waiting in line. It was so worth it. It was so great that we got to see the history being made. It was just absolutely amazing. Well, anyway, it turns out that the tickets he had were for the original place. And these are, what I'm doing now is I'm making these little stickers. I'm going to show you how I made them, but I'm just going to talk through this. So the original the original tickets he had, they didn't really work for us because the presidential inauguration was moved indoors because of the cold, sub-zero temperature. So with the original tickets, we had to be on the lawn. It didn't matter that you had those. You had to stand in line to get into the Capital One Arena. So originally there was supposed to be like 220,000 people along the mall there watching with monitors and things. So now only 20,000 can fit in the arena. It looks like, wow, she's making stickers. I'm going to explain how I made these stickers. I'll show you. Yeah, so now only 20,000 can fit in there, so we have to stand in line for hours and hours in the cold. My sister got us up at 3:30 in the morning. Let me just look at how I did it. I leaned it like that way. Oh, I should have I should have actually made sure I had enough room on this little thing right there. Okay, hopefully it fits. Come on, you can fit. Okay, good. And then 220,000 would have fit on the mall, but then only 20,000 could fit in the arena. So there we were, in line for hours. We got up at 3:30 in the morning. We were in line before the metro opened at 5. Then like thousands of people started pouring out of the metro. And we knew how many were coming because the day before we had been in line for like 6.5 hours. And like we met people that came over from the UK. Well, actually, we met people from all over the world. Some that had been through fires in California and drove across the country. Some that had Nevada. I mean, we met people from local there to Virginia and Maryland. It was just amazing. So we knew the next day was going to be busy. So as soon as that subway opened up, thousands of people started getting in line. And luckily we had secured our space in line. And we made it into the arena where it was very warm. And I say very warm, meaning I still had to wear my hat because I was so cold. These are such cute little stickers. Okay, you want to place them kind of like the same way. So if that one's close to the edge, I want that one to be close to the edge too. I already did these just to save time, but I did want to show you how I made these. So anyway, that's where I was, and we were gone for a few days, and then made it to that. And then we drove back. We had to try to beat the storm to get back. It started snowing on us while we're driving down I-95. And then as soon as my sister made it home in Florida, they closed I-95. They actually closed the part in Georgia-Florida border. They closed I-95. So it's like really a good thing we made it back when we did. Okay, so what I'm going to do is remember I showed you this little Bokeh paper earlier? And I showed it to you. Here it is. Beautiful Bokeh. Okay, I'm going to say hi to you guys too. So Phil's saying we had snow in Florida. And hi Phil from Florida, who also had snow in Florida. Hello, Laura Ann, Hilda Masi, nice to see you. Oh yeah, I wonder what it would look like in silver. It would be the same here, just this little silver piece of this. See, it would look just as well in silver, but I just thought gold was cuter. But you can use the silver piece of your bedazzle. Or here, did I write it? More dazzle specialty paper. I think it used to be called something else. Bedazzle, more dazzle. Yes, I'm wearing my jacket, Lynn. And Janet, my she-shed is not freezing because I'm using the heater from Betty. All right, what we're going to do is, I'll keep saying hi, like, as you guys jump in. But this is a piece of adhesive sheet, right? And we're going to take it, and it's double-sided adhesive sheet. I'm going to show you a bigger one. I'm going to put it onto this piece of paper, the beautiful Bokeh paper. Now, you have a package that comes like, this is how it comes. It's called adhesive sheets. They're 12-inch by 6-inch, and you get 12 of them. So it's a really great value. These are really wonderful thing, and almost like every time I order some of these because not just do I put them in my workshops, I use them all the time to make stickers. You saw how much easier it is than using glue, right? So you put one right there. And I just want to show you how I did it. Now this is I like this die set for many reasons, but one of the reasons I love this die set, one of the many reasons I love it is there's like 2 of some of the same things. Like, so there's 2 of each of these. So I don't know if I have a big enough piece. Yeah, I do have a big enough piece for 2. Yay. And you can make the middle parts too, like as well. I'll just go ahead and make 2 butterflies. So what's my sandwich look like? And when I say my sandwich, my die cutting sandwich, you're just going to use your base plate, plate number 1. You're going to use your plate number 2, which is your thin die adapter. 1 plate number 3. Go ahead and put your sandwich there. Even though it has adhesive sheet, which makes it a little thicker, it'll still go through. Now, because these are close together, I advise you to use a piece of tape because otherwise they kind of go on top of each other. You know, they'll kind of like rub onto each other, and you don't want them to bend. I've bent many a die this way. Now, you would also cut these little parts as well at the same time with your paper, the little middle of your butterfly with the antennae. All right, I'm looking for the top of this little, oh, here it is. Then you put a top plate on it, like so, and you roll it through. Okay, now you would do that 3 times because you need to make 3 butterflies for your cards. Right? But I was just doing it one more time because I just wanted to show you how I did it. And then next thing you do is you get your little pokey. When I say your little pokey tool, I'm talking about your take your pick tool. There is a die brush on the take your pick tool as well. But mainly you just want to poke through one of the holes. Whoops. Just one to get it out. You don't want any hole. Pop out your butterfly. Now, what's cool about this is, you see all these little pieces that you normally have to knock out when you're die cutting? When you do it like this, right? When you go like this, all the little pieces just pop right out. So easy. So I like making stickers for that reason. Now, I'm going to just get I've already done the inside one for my butterflies. And just to save time, I knew I better save time. Because there's 3 of these. I didn't want you to watch me cut 3 or go through twice. But there's how nice they are. So just pick contrasting colors and do that. And then just center it. And I made one go one way, one go the other way. And this one goes in the center. Okay? You kind of loosely do it before you push it down. Okay, now that it's good, like make sure you loosely do it, meaning make sure it's in the right spot before you push it down. So I like an odd number. That's why I did that. And now we're going to put that, but we're going to look at the happy birthday and put that there. Okay, let's put, you're also going to poke these out to get rid of them. I'm still doing a lot with the butterflies, so I'm going to leave that here. And there should be another one. All right, what happened to it? Here it is. Look at that. It's already trying to elude me. I'm just going to put that there. All right. Magnetic bowl. Get that from Harbor Freight or somewhere. You know, like my husband gets them for me at Harbor Freight. I can never have enough magnetic bowls because as I work on projects, I like to keep everything in a magnetic bowl. Do I still lose dies? You know I do, because I always am a messy crafter. All right, so let me just tilt my camera a little so you can see my store. Okay, and then I'm going to also put the measurements up there after I do this with the dimensionals. I'm going to use 3 dimensionals because it's such a long one. I'm just thinking it's not quite centered. So I'm going to leave this like they are and just put this. Okay, perfect. That'll work. That's centered. All right. And then the last thing I would say is take your Wink of Stella. I put a little bit on the edges of my die for some glitter effect. You got the glitter there. And then I just paint these little butterflies with some glitter. And maybe you can't really see it from far away, but look how well they shine here when you can see it in the light. Like how much cuter that is. I was coordinating the sort of Daffodil Delight color with the Balmy Blue and just colors that go with the beautiful Bokeh paper. So that's when you see me using different colors of ink and DSP is because, and the cardstock. That's one nice thing about Stampin' Up! Is everything coordinates together in your designs. So even though this is the design, here, let's move some of the stuff. Even though I did this design first, we will give you the measurements on the new design, which I actually like better. What do you guys think? Do you like 1 or 2? This is 1, and this is 2. I like it better with this outside border. And that was just a necessity because that's the only piece of paper I had left out of the pack that I'm using. This is called Beautiful Butterflies. Hello, Elaine. Nice to see you, and thank you for reminding people to hit the like, on the video. All right, so the card base is Balmy Blue. And when you cut your card, you're going to make it, I guess it is colder than I thought because my hands are starting to not move as well. 8.5, 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, so once again, the card base is 8.5 inches times 5.5 inches. And you're going to score at 4 1/4. Okay? Score at 4 1/4 inch. So now you're going to have your designer series paper. Or other layers. So we'll just say DSP is going to be Beautiful Bokeh. 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 And so the first layer is going to be 5 1/4 times 4 inches. And the next layer is going to be 4 3/4 times 3 1/2 inches. So you have that nice little border around there. So we're going to call this layer 1, layer 2, and then your layer 3. Let me just go ahead and repeat layer 1 and 2 and layer 3 after I write them here. Your layer 3 is a different one. It's the More Dazzle. More Dazzle. Specialty paper. Now, you can't get that anymore, but you can get everything else I'm showing you. You can get this. You can get your Balmy Blue cardstock. You can get your designer series paper. You can get your adhesive sheets that I showed you. So that is going to be 5 1/4 times 1 inch. All right. So your beautiful Bokeh designer series paper, you're going to cut layer 1, 5 1/4 times 4 inch. You're going to cut layer 2, 4 3/4 inch times 3.5 inch. And you're going to cut layer 3, a piece of More Dazzle paper, 5 1/4 inch by 1 inch. The ink that you're going to use for this project is called Berry Burst, which matches the paper, as you can see. It matches the background of our paper. And Balmy Blue, which it matches, or when I say matches, I mean coordinates with your cardstock. You're going to ink up the edges with the Balmy Blue using a blending brush. And you're going to use your adhesive sheets. Let's put that there. Your adhesive sheets to make these into stickers to save you lots of time. Okay, so Janet's saying she prefers number 1. The one without the extra border, that's number 1. And the one with the extra border is number 2. There's something I like about the color of that one better, but I like the stark border. Now, of course, and Eileen, thank you, Eileen. She's saying she votes on number 1. Now, I do like a border on it. Maybe not necessarily that color border, but I definitely like it with a border. And, of course, you have many other choices in here of borders. I could have used, like this lighter one might have been a better color for a border, but we never know until we play around with it and try. All right, let me see what I can show you. I have so many new things. And let's see what they're right here. You grab them. Okay. So something fun to show you would be Hearts for You Paper Pumpkin Kit. So I'm just going to get that open, and I want to show you some other butterfly projects as well. And then I have a bunch of other papers and things. And I'm not sure just if I'm going to show them all right now or in a separate little video, but we'll see. We'll see. At least we could show this. I have kits to show. I have a lot of unboxing. Now, this is, so I hope you all got your screenshot. That's what I left that there for. This is like part of a workshop, like I said, of the beautiful butterflies that we've been working on for a little bit. And I made, during another video, I made this card with you. So this is an actual embossed giant butterfly. You use the hybrid embossing folder, which is just such an amazing embossing folder to make this kind of card. You can make the background with that hybrid embossing folder. Let me grab it. Okay. And you can also make the butterfly itself be raised up with the die. You can cut it and emboss it. All right, beautiful butterflies is part of our new mini catalog. We also created this one live at the same time. I colored in this embossed butterfly. So you can use the blending brush to color it in. So those are So Thankful cards. All right, and then there's a great little die that's hinged, and I'm going to be showing you how to use this in this workshop series, how to make this little butterfly card as well. This just got in there as my little bookmark. And I want to show you some other things I made with this that I'm using for bingo. So next Friday is a bingo event, and we're using this. This is the same kind of butterfly as this one, right? But this one's embossed, and this one's just colored with the blending brush. Because when I do it online bingo with Zoom, I don't like to do a whole lot of extra things with the group, like extra steps. I try to keep it simple. So these are our simple cards, and all the pieces were in your bingo kit. Okay, so this one is a large butterfly with the die, and this one, and that's perennial lavender paper. This is our new celebration paper. It's called Bloom Impressions. And that's another special die and another little fun butterfly like we just made. But this one doesn't use adhesive sheets. This one is popped up with dimensionals. And you can see there's little bling on there. Oh yeah, we'll put bling on our card from today too. And then this one uses the brush breast butterflies. And I used a So Thankful card, but I was thinking of using this. In case you need me, I'm here. I originally was going to do like a sympathy card. So you have this shape inside your bingo kit. So you can make it a sympathy card or a thank you card. And this is Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper. So those are all fun things. And I also made a card. This was my swap, but I used the butterflies for my swap too. These are ones that are unfinished, but this is a team swap. So you can use like lots of different papers with these butterflies. Super, super fun. Those are the daisy papers. All right, let's see what I could show you. I have, oh, before I do that, I said I was going to just throw some bling on there. All right, let's take this card. See how I did this card and I added a little bit of bling? The iridescent rhinestones. These are called iridescent rhinestones. We're going to go ahead and do that again. We'll put one up there. There's 3 different sizes. I'll put a medium one down here and a small one down there. Okay, so they're called iridescent rhinestones, basic jewels. So those 3 are done. And then those 3 brush breast butterflies on them. And this one has iridescent rhinestones. I think I'm going to put iridescent rhinestones on this one too, because in their bingo kit, that's what they were given. So let's go ahead and slap a few on there too, just because I just thought of it. This one's stuck on my finger. And another little one down here. Okay, so always add some bling to your cards if you want to add a little bit of extra dazzle. Okay, now, with that said, and I've done that, and with the time it is, I'm going to just go ahead and... All right, Janet, you've changed your mind 3 times, but I'm just kidding. You can do whatever you want. All right, I've not seen this yet. I got this in the mail, and I just want to open it here with you guys so I can start playing with it. Real red. Okay, what is it? It says real red, and then we'll see what these stamps look like in a minute. What this is this month's paper pumpkin kit, meaning the January 2025 paper pumpkin kit. You can subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. It's a good time to get an annual subscription. Ooh, that's nice. An annual subscription with Stampin' Up! Will yield you a lot of free celebration items, because right now, during the months of January and February 2025, there's all these things you can earn for free when you shop at my Stampin' Up! Store, right? So it's a good time to get a Paper Pumpkin subscription that's prepaid. You could just pay by the month. That's fine. You don't have to get a prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscription. But if you do get a prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscription during celebration, you can earn lots of free extra celebration items during that time. So this is a little Valentine's kit, which is going to be cool. Okay. The first thing I do when I get out my Valentine's or any kind of Paper Pumpkin kit is I look at the instructions on the back and I see what's up with that. I look at what's in the kit and I'll say what colors there are. So we have Flirty Flamingo, Petal Pink, Real Red, and Champagne Foil. Okay, what that allows me to do is now I'm going to take out my Flirty Flamingo, paper. Maybe some other DSP I have that coordinates with Flirty Flamingo. And then I can like take out Real Red, what do we say? What kind of pink? Petal Pink. Petal Pink, Real Red. Okay, Petal Pink is my least favorite pink, but it does go well with this. You see, that's your Petal Pink and that's your Real Red. So I'm going to take all these and I'm going to, like all the colors that coordinate, and I'm going to use them for when I'm designing the projects. And I also take that kind of ink. So that's why I do look at the coordinating colors. And if you want, you can look at the instructions inside one of these kits, which is nice. I really like that if you're just trying to follow along and make them exactly like they show you. But I try to do alternative things. And it looks like there's nice dies that you can get to coordinate with this, but I did not buy this because I've been so out of the loop lately. I have not even had time to look at those extra things. So let's see. Here's what the stamps look like. I really like when you get a stamp set and it shows you what the stamp looks like in the ink. So you have my heart. Celebrate love. You're my favorite. Okay? Celebrate love. You're my favorite. I like that. Nice. And just love you. Love you is good. I mean, and you can also use other stamps from other Paper Pumpkin kits for your other sentiments. Ooh, these are nice. Okay, so we got Stampin' Dimensionals. You have nice little hearts and dots. So you get your adhesives. You have some Real Red twine. And then you have these beautiful cards. So let's look at what they're going to be used for. Huh. Maybe for that one there, where you're going to put foil over the top of them. Okay, the nice envelopes. And you can also make stuff with the envelopes. Maybe I'll use some of those as card backgrounds for some of my own designs. Let's see, we got some card bases. 3 of 1 style. Okay, these are like a layer for the card base. Nice. And then, ooh, these are going to be fun to pop out. So some little strips. Okay, I'm not sure what they're used for, but probably to pop up with here. You maybe use them for some 3D effect. Okay, personally, I think that's overkill how many they used. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers on one card. Not that I won't use them. I probably would just use like a couple layers on each card. Then I can stretch out this beautiful embellishment. All right, now let's look at what this is. Flirty Flamingo Marble. This reminds me of our paper Marbled Elegance or Simply Adored. So I'm going to grab out my Marbled Elegance and Simply Adored and see if I can use any of that to coordinate with these cards as well. And we have lots of little things for your sentiments and beautiful, beautiful hearts. Beautiful die-cut hearts. Now, only Paper Pumpkin subscribers can purchase refills. So if you have a lot of projects, like I do a lot of Valentine's things because I give them to my coworkers. Okay, these are just, wait. Oh, no wonder you need them because, look, there's already like hearts in the background. So you kind of need those hearts to put on top, but you don't have to have them. Let's see, these probably cover it up. Just kind of curious, guys, just checking this out. I want to see if these sort of cover up this section. Or you probably don't need to cover them up. Yeah, they're going to cover up the ones in the background sort of as a guide. They put this light layer as a guide, but I don't think you necessarily need them. And I probably would ink these up anyway. I think I need to ink these up, like, with my blending brush. Anyway, there's some hearts. Oh, and beautiful champagne foil. There's stickers. Kitty with joy. Love stickers. Look, they're like embossed stickers. Those are super nice. And since I really didn't look at the instructions that well, where do those go? Okay, these go on the envelopes. But I probably wouldn't use them on the envelopes. I'd probably use them on the card somewhere. And this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. These champagne foils. So I really do love this kit. And you're my favorite. You can give that to everybody. You can be like, you're my favorite. And then when you write them a note, you can be like, you're my favorite aunt. You're my favorite uncle. You're my favorite student. You're my favorite friend. And you can write it to all your friends because everyone's your favorite in a different way. You're my favorite friend I go to church with. You're my favorite friend I travel with, right? So you're my favorite coworker. That kind of thing. So yeah, that's cute. I'll probably do like you're my favorite for everybody. That's a good one to give to your like coworkers. I like that kit. And I also like, let me show you, let me grab it. Okay. I have this kit here and it's already open, so I can just show you real quick. And it was something that was on clearance. I'm not sure if it still is, but it's called Love Treats Kit, right? And I think there might be some, it's just little boxes, right? That's more what I give out, like a lot of Valentines. I don't really give out Valentine cards as much. I send them, but I give out like treat boxes. Anywho, there is stamps in here somewhere. And I think the stamps on this one might be better. So always look back at your other Valentine kits you have from different years and see if maybe that you can use the stamps from that other one. Here they are. Okay, here we go. And I already have stamps open. This is actually an extra kit I have. Okay. Love is sweet, enjoy a treat. Yep. Hugs and kisses. Thank you for celebrating with us. That would be like a wedding one. Yeah, hugs and kisses and be mine Valentine. Yeah. Love is sweet, enjoy a treat. So that's probably what I would use mostly, like on these boxes, but I could also maybe use the hearts from here. So anyway, save your other paper pumpkin kits because you can kind of mix and match them. All right, I'm about to, instead of staying up late and okay, Diane also voted for number 2. I'm just going to wrap up what I'm doing here because I do have other stuff to unbox, but I am actually kind of fading here with my temperature and the amount of stuff I need to do. All right. So that is going to be all for tonight. And we will come back on tomorrow night, same time, and do some more crafting and unboxing and fun stuff like this. So Diane Prosper saying she votes for number 2. Yeah, and Elaine saying this particular paper pumpkin kit is wonderful. She couldn't believe when I opened it. Yeah, they have refills available online store. All right, so this is what we created tonight. We worked with the beautiful butterflies stamp set and dies, which I have the package of dies. We used a beautiful butterfly stamp set and dies to create this happy birthday card. Okay, so that's what we did tonight. So I appreciate you watching. In a previous tutorial, if you look up beautiful butterflies on my channel, you're going to see how to use the hybrid embossing folder. We will also be doing a shaker card. We'll also be doing a 3D item. So be sure to check that out. Here's what we'll be doing next week and bingo event. And I'm also going to be teaching you how to make these kinds of cards. So, stay tuned. All month long, we're doing that stuff. We're also working on Celebration Club. These are some things we've made in my Celebration Club with the new Fruit Salad Designer Series paper. Inside of those are some little Tic Tacs that I gave everybody, Tic Tacs in the celebration kit. And that was really fun to make those. And I also showed how to make this cute little friendly seagulls card on my channel. So if you missed any of those tutorials, please check those out. All right, we'll see you again. I'm probably going to come out earlier tomorrow just because of temperature and things. And we'll do some more tutorials and unboxings. Thank you all for watching. This is the Paper Chef. Have a great evening.